Jana.
Auntie,
Somebody getting a bullet in the head, eh? Something have to happen for this to cool down. And what have to happen for this to cool down is the death of one of the members of parliament. Yeah, to cool down. When she realized what she did, she stick her two flipping stinking feet in her mouth. Kamala.
You have no idea.
No. She destroying the country. What about people? If you want them to close, they're going to have a revolution in the country. If only 1% start closing their business, what you going to do? And now hear what he said. I know I am a target. And so is my prime minister is a target. Yeah, you are a target. Because continue like that and you will be a target. You're actually bringing down the fruitfulness of this country.
100%.
You're targeting people that have nothing to do with no crime, no weapon, no drugs, no nothing.
He's trying to say that the U.S. have their special services, and if you are doing crime, we're going to get to you.
That is a damn lie.
Darling.
That is a damn lie. What crime? Because Trump told the coolie woman to do it. He's not even taking her calls. He's not taking her calls. Because he knows she's a coolie. He don't like black people. And in his eyes, she's blacker than black. I don't understand what Kamala is doing. Kamala is making enemies every Monday morning. She's listening to John Jeremy. John Jeremy is the most corrupt man they have on earth. He moved from PNM now to the UNC. He was the PNM Attorney General. John Jeremy. Your mother neighbor in David House. When she was in David House. It all over the blasted and another thing, clause, open converted comma. We know that part of the 1% will publish it in their THEIR, their newspaper. Who you aiming with that? Not Guardian? Look, you know, and by the way, I had a few people coming into my office, 1%.
Yeah,
saying,
asking about the U.S. visa.
Yeah, why was I revoked? What did I do? This is my livelihood. This is what my father started. He don't care. He don't care.
He's going to have very nasty road, Auntie.
Of course, and they're going to get hurt with that. You're accusing people, innocent people, of this shit. Innocent people. But they don't care. They're sleeping, there's a cabal sleeping with each other in there to boost. But when they want something, they run into us for help. They want money. Go and work. Kamala getting $90,000 a month to do what? To screw every cabinet she have there? I don't understand it. This is not going to turn out nice, Jana.
Auntie,
somebody getting a bullet in the head, eh?
Auntie, when he stood up in Parliament, he brought back up Anthony Bourdain and the 1%. He said, and he haves and he have not.
Yeah, but yeah. That is what I'm seeing.
Everything back up.
Yeah, I know.
Our time is over.
Our time is over. What we do for our time to be over?
We are supporters of PNM. That is why they say it. We had too much under them.
Oh God. Where's George Young? Where all these people open their blasted mouth and talk?
Right.
I don't understand what she is doing. She's literally destroying this country with things that are not true.
I know.
That are not true.
I know. But she wants to get power.
Power how? She's a friggin' prime minister. A stinking coolie woman. She's a prime minister. That's her power. You don't trample over people. For what? To get merits? That's not how you earn merits.
Auntie, you have no idea how bad it really is.
It is. It's all over the friggin' newspaper express. It's all over all the news.
proper legal procedures were followed. As those concerns grow, SABGA is set to make another bid for freedom in court tomorrow. Shaliza Hassan Ali reports.
Attorney Farid Ali is calling on the government to come clean with the leaked recording between Genevieve Hadid and her aunt Star Sabga that is now the center of an escalating public debate on social media. Excerpts of the recording were used in an affidavit presented to the court by Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander on Friday. However, one day later, the entire 15-minute phone call recording made its way to social media.
State needs to come out in the open and say whether this is indeed a leaked version. We don't know for sure whether that is indeed the audio. I think the public is social media has gone crazy in listening to this, and they're acting disproportionately in relation to what is heard.
He says if it is indeed the audio, questions would arise as to how it was leaked, having been in the possession of the state.
It means to say that officially or unofficially, someone who acts in the capacity of an officer of the state, and I'm using that expression very loosely, chose to release it into the public space. It means to say somebody's accountable.
But Ali cautioned that the authenticity of the audio clip must first be determined.
There may be serious editing to that particular voice note that we've heard.
If the recording is a professionally edited
Sidechain on.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the citizens of the Republic. Good morning. Today, 28th of the 7th month, 2026. Now, 49 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. Yes, it is a live broadcast. Today, Trinidad and Tobago, I see that it is necessary that we talk about what is taking place in this country. You see, many of us are, and we believe in what the government plenty. And many of us, at the end of the day, don't know what is taking place behind the scene. And a very truth would have came to an thing here this afternoon. So many of you would have known, or plenty of you know me, who don't know me, plenty of relations as to what will take place with me and the major win. Thanks to many of you that I would have seen and I would have traveled with. So today we must talk about the issue that is before us. Now, of a phone conversation with a way in the which was solely in the possession of our spy agency. Then to the minister in Homeland Security. And then it would have, and then we would all on UNC platforms. You see it on Kingsley page, see it on page, we see it on more. That would have had a lot, that have a lot propaganda on it, on that page. We reach out, we must ask a very question. And the question, how come the leak on a major impeach? How? The next question is that what portion of the structure was the and minister who that during that we hear in a you see hindsight not only blinds us, it distorts reality because we see anything in a retrospect. And if we were this thing from start to finish, we must a very hard question. Can the in this country be trusted with our sensitive information? Now I come from Renuka Sugram Singh, and it would have explained from the Tobago. We ain't seen no race thing there. We ain't seen that. We ain't seen what the U.S. is trying. When I say the U.S. might be very disingenuous when I say something like that, because on all the page, they are saying that that is a statement. Let me the clip, a matter of fact. I know many of you will see it because some of you are on certain pages. I know you're going to see something like that. So for listen to this clip.
Audio was leaked.
Yes.
And there were derogatory statements, some may even say it's racist remarks were made about the Prime Minister. What are your thoughts on the kind of language that was used? Have you heard the audio?
I have heard the audio. I'm of East Indian descent and I take no offense by what was stated in that recording, and I will tell you why. When we frequently refer to the Lebanese and Syrian community as a 1%, do we do that with the intention of, isn't that done with the intention of also being prejudiced towards that group in society and being derogatory towards them? So, and that's why I started when I said, while passports and visas can be revoked, my birth paper cannot be revoked. And citizens of this country, whether you're 1%, 2%, 100%, you're a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. And you deserve to be respected. And for some reason, leaders believe because they occupy high office, it entitles you to respect. It does not. I've never believed that. So as it relates to your question, I am an East Indian Hindu, very proud woman, and a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, and I take no offense. And I take no offense because what I heard in that audio was the ranting of a frustrated citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. And if our leaders took offense by being called or referred to by a certain term, well, then they need to cease and desist from referring to other people by similar terms. And they need to operate in a way as if they are working for Trinidad and Tobago, not just the East Indian people or a certain ethnic group in this country. And I say that without fear of contradiction.
Ah, boy. I say that without fear of contradiction. I say that without fear of contradiction. What we would have seen, Trinidad, is frustrated people. People with what they are seeing and experiencing in this country. And when answers from those at the top, from the Prime Minister of this country, she's nowhere to be seen. $90,000 a month. And no post-cabinet briefing, no press conferences. No answers. Yeah. Kamala herself, the Prime Minister, for herself, would have said this. Yes. And we had to put it up for members of the public to be able to see. Kamala herself would have made statements like this within the public domain. No clarity. Nobody in say that is racist. It's only she could make statements like, oh no, it's not that. Only she and she alone could make statements that is derogatory, that concern, and in such a way that certain members sees it once. And the girl, yeah, would have said that. And all, yes, right. And all of a sudden, when this, but listen to this entire interview here from the news that would have played on CNC3, and the important takeaway is that would have the would have domain government to answer and strategic services. But why in their position, if it wasn't released, cut them some slack? But here it is that after the handling of the security or homeland security, it must ask question taken place. The news report.
Whether proper legal procedures were followed. As those concerns grow, SABGA is set to make another bid for freedom in court tomorrow. Shaliza Hassan Ali reports.
Attorney Farid Ali is calling on the government to come clean with the leaked recording between Genevieve Hadid and her aunt Star Sabga that is now the center of an escalating public debate on social media. Excerpts of the recording were used in an affidavit presented to the court by Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander on Friday. However, one day later, the entire 15-minute phone call recording made its way to social media.
State needs to come out in the open and say whether this is indeed a leaked version. We don't know for sure whether that is indeed the audio. I think the public is social media has gone crazy in listening to this, and they're acting disproportionately in relation to what is heard.
He says if it is indeed the audio, questions would arise as to how it was leaked, having been in the possession of the state.
It means to say that officially or unofficially, someone who acts in the capacity of an officer of the state, and I'm using that expression very loosely, chose to release it into the public space. It means to say somebody's accountable.
But Ali cautioned that the authenticity of the audio clip must first be determined.
There may be serious editing to that particular voice note that we've heard.
If the recording is a professionally edited version, Ali says, it may cause persons to wrongly form a view as to the actions of the state, whether it was proportionate or correct in acting as they do. He says some people who listen to the recording may assess it as being harmless.
It may sound at first glance to be the rant of somebody who's frustrated and therefore may not be willing to act any further in relation to the comment they made, meaning they're giving vent. They don't have any intention to take it any further.
Meanwhile, former Attorney General Gavin Nicholas is expressing worry about the wiretapping of citizens' phones and the ongoing state of emergency.
I am very concerned based on the contents of the leaked audio reports. If that is the reason that persons were detained for over a month and have their rights and their liberties denied, because I don't see that as a threat.
Nicholas explains what needs to be done as proper procedure.
So with regards to phone tapping and warrants for phone tapping, there is a clear procedure that one would approach the court with evidence in order for the court to grant permission for phone tapping. If it is that the government properly approached the court and they were granted based on proper evidence, that is one thing.
Information contained in a 19-page affidavit dated July 24, 2026, sworn by Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander and submitted to the court last Friday showed the intercepted conversations of Hadid and Sabga. Details of the affidavit showed that the mobile and electronic devices of the Hadids were exploited by partner agencies in the United States. The Hadids and Sabga were arrested last month under a preventative detention order during a state of emergency. Last Tuesday, Alexander revoked the Hadids' PDO, allowing them to walk free without being charged. Meantime, Sabga's matter will resume in court today. Questions sent to Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, Attorney General John Jeremy, Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara, and Strategic Services Agency Director Alicia Henry were not responded to up to press time. Shaliza Asanali, CNC3 News.
Thanks, Shaliza. Now, in light of the Hadids, Star Sabga, and others challenging their detentions, we asked, should there be a review into how preventive detention orders are issued under the state of emergency?
Sure, right, because it come like Roger Alexander and whosoever dictating people pace, in the sense that we come like we have no rights no more. You understand me? We have no rights no more. You see how this country going? Instead I go up, we go down?
Yes, I feel so. Because I don't know where they're going with this. Because they just want to hurry down. So yes, I feel it's supposed to have our next review. Because I find that is against the general public. So how we as Trinidadians, how we grow up, how we know where life is. So they're trying to take that away from us then.
Yeah, they could review it. Yeah, they could review it because people and so like the state of emergency, and then again they feel the advantage in the public with the state of emergency in a way. So that's what I think about it.
Yes, I'm saying yes, because at the present state now, or what has happened with the people in this country, and I'm not just talking about the Syrians, I'm talking about everybody, what has been done, and I'm saying yes, there should be a review.
No, I don't think so, because it kind of helping with the crime situation right now.
Yes, I believe so. Why? Because a minister having too much power over simple matters like that is not right.
Sidechain off.
A minister having too much power is a frightening thing. No, I was listening to the audio. Sorry about that. I don't know what taking place with the audio, but we was listening and we trying here was to bring it back up. Right. I hope you're hearing me, Trinidad. Yes. Right. It should be up. That is what is taking place some of the times, you know. Gonna strive to stop what is taking place here, but a minister having so much power, it is very frightening, Trinidad and Tobago. And the thing I listen to the news clip, how from Homeland Security to be in the possession of the government and then it make its way into the public domain. How that happen? Trinidad and Tobago, you're not seeing serious discrepancies here. Do you understand what take place here? Serious discrepancies, because here it is. During the period of the timing that it was in the SSA possession, was it released? You see, we have already periods. Some of us just going about with our daily business in trying to, that is not something I'm trying to make the dollar at the end of the day. But what was taking place within seeing serious of the rights of Trinidad, of people. And what for if the apparatus of state is not used against the crime that they would have gotten from the UN and people that involved, they start from, isn't this not a gross misuse that can really stop crime? Stop the question, Trinidad and Tobago. Government of this country really about solving crime, or are they really about going after their political opponents? This is a question he asks. What is the reason that they are after the Hadith? What is the reason any phone call them? What is the reason? We have to see this for what it really is. And until the scale come off of your, until you start to see this for what it really is. Yes, let me see. I don't know. Oh shit. The city audio keep on breaking. I'm sorry about that, but this is our situation again. Right. I wonder now if the audio picking up as, yes, I wonder if the audio now picking up. Let's see. I wonder if the audio is now picking up. Go on to me talking and right. So it's a little bit better. So Trinidad and Tobago, what we must now ask ourselves is, based on the release, we'll let us analyze this thing from start to finish, from break it up, the whole thing, and analyze the thing and then come up with an outcome. Break it up in stages. When was the release? when the strategic services have their possession, or when it reached to the government? Was it a period? Break up place? And on what period? That is how we are in this country. And if it is being planned on pay that to the UNC, we must about you see, here what else take place with people, they feel people stupid. So it released anonymously, and then everybody get it afterward. What page? Listen to the comments of each individual, each side of the fence. Listen to comments coming out of the PNM camp. Listen to UNC camp. Are they for this audio? What are the analysis on it? And we look at all the pages that the UNC control, or people that come from the UNC, or are part of the UNC organization. They are making it out to be that is a death threat, which means nothing about any nothing about any plans to kill anybody. We say about it at that time people get, you see you? But what I go ahead so get a bullet. But people like go ahead foot up in the air like sparrow, like a sparrow. We hear comments like that, we make comments like that every day. When people get us vexed. This is what taking place. A death threat, something wrong. If they're using the information to say that it is racist statement, then something wrong. Hear the comments that coming out of the PNM camp. And if it comes that and you're going to see you're going to understand where the source of this come from. Look at it. It's trying to shift public opinion to agree with some of the actions of the UNC. When this thing went to court, it was going to the Privy Council. Listen, the minister, people say, what about you and Harry? Why? The Privy Council with a power. Trinidad and Tobago. Do not administration fool you all. Listening to people that have situation with no crime and criminality. The more they fund it. But is that information the sides, or we just take? Are we not seeing infringement of our rights here in this country? Of being hypocrite. When we started being true to ourselves, we are in a position where this government now we know what is again. How this information reach into the public domain and what time period Trinidad and Tobago. Now, or you put the woman underneath detention, she come out. Yeah, let me see, everybody. You're breaking up, right, you up again. I'm sure people saying, let me see, every day I am sure people saying that, but this is a deliberate plot to target certain people. I am sure PNM MPs on the top end of the list. It's true. It's true. It's true. I'm sure PNM MPs and people like me can. This all are we at the top of that list too. So there's another issue I want to bring to the forefront, Trinidad and Tobago. You would have already released information like this already outside here within the public domain. So watch this video.
Jerry, how are you going? You running a garage here? They have cars being repaired here. Violation of plenty rules and laws where this place is concerned. So, we want to ask you to cease and desist. We want to ask you all the vehicles that are under repair in here to remove them. All I'm saying is, the next time we come, because we move like that. The first time we come has been nice. The next time we come, it's just to take action. The people who live here are complaining. All of the people are complaining. It's not supposed to be taking place. There have other people doing repairs here? We're shutting all of it down. No, we're shutting all of it down. Alright? All of the repairing and all of that on site is not allowed. And it ends today.
So, what's the next step after that?
All the repairing of the shut down and relocate. Alright?
My extent. So what don't concern me now?
So this is, what is this here, Jerry? This is your business here? This car, the jacks and all of that here, this is, none of this is yours. The vehicle with the hood up there, that's yours? So who operating here, fixing here? That's just people have that here. Okay. So I'm saying, because you're here. So you will tell everybody for me, please. All right, so what's the day? Wednesday? By Friday. We want all of it. This is no longer a garage. Yeah?
Trinidad and Tobago, I didn't see something wrong with that video there that was now played. Now, Philip Alexander is a politician. Do he really have the authority to do a catch you? You know what you're going to say? Yeah, you have the authority. What you have the authority to do? Listen to me, Trinidad and Tobago. You see, police work is for the police. The minister have pieces of that people operating illegally within AGC. But do we really have the authority to go down there and do what you're doing? Police supposed to be remitting this information, Trinidad. Not this man. The scene. It's the same thing. This man or somebody like Anya and Allen, take the whole thing. Look, this is, let me show you part of it, let me show you the next video. I ain't gonna go into that to show you all. This man wants to be seen. Does Philip Alexander have the authority to do what he's doing? Look.
They have cars being repaired. Uninhabitable. That's on the corner of Charlotte Street and Oxford, collapsing into the river behind. They're going to be coming to demolish this in quick time. So those two problems, at the very least, are solved. So we can fix the pump finally, and hopefully this time nobody will be sabotaging it, and the people can.
Now Philip Alexander would have made his way down in AGC, get some information, and he tape a whole series from when he driving in the car, he come out of the office with the police. The information that was delivered with Mr. Loop, he's supposed to be a police, ought to be given the legal instruction, not Philip. He's impersonating a person. Yes, he can talk, but it's not that all information. I'm not hear you and because it's not here. That information yet. We do think good. But police ought to be given the man concern. This man is to go. I'm saying, you see, let me show you something. Before from her needs until what goes stop here? The man simply don't have the authority to do what you do there. He does be taken here in this country. I wonder how he does be taken here in this country. So Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the platform. Something may have occurred with the audio. I don't know what taking place. Right. The audio maybe we go intend to fix that afterwards, but I want to ask Philip Alexander something. I want to ask him something. I want to know if he would have seen this picture running in people's place to tell them shut down this and shut down that. Yes, I'm going to put them up on the screen. This is what people facing in these AGC apartments. To Philip Edward Alexander to considering some of the conditions that they are facing within the buildings. And instead of seriously to deal with these issues like that, people say they're begging, they're pleading with the minister. Hey, look what going on. Months now. To see about things like that. And at the end of the day, you see things like this, is what's still going on. Let me load our next bit here. That Yes, that is what going on there. The begging the minister. Yes. Water into the place. But you only interested in certain type of stuff. Yes. That is what going on in certain AGC place. Right. Yes. What you crack on the wall? Telling them, say boy, months now we asking Philip. But he ain't interested in those stories at all. No, he ain't interested in that. He ain't interested in these stories. Just I'm gonna go to the front of the building. Look. Where Philip? They're asking them, will you do something for me now, boy? Please. Yes. Yes. Him. But you're running up and looking for stories to show that, you know, you're bigger. Careful. We are entertaining in the corridors of your mind. Tune into the Workers' Rights Platform. Candace is going to be live on Wednesday, where she will again disseminate these facts in which you would have now seen. Don't let no minister fool you. We want to see performance for the side. Union ministry is fine men who at the end of the day trying to make a living, trying to eat our food, instead of telling them take it up. All he finds double bills going up. Minimum still the same way. And we have to use that salary to pay for everything going up. There's only one part get increase or struggling to get a back pay, still struggling to get a raise the private sector. Trying to augment the salary. We're trying to make a living. The CFIT. You run down to stop people from doing one. But we playing in this country, yes. As I say, it's time that we put an end to this. We would have elected these people and them, and we can get them out of power. Once we come together, say enough is enough. They have to go. They have to go Trinidad and Tobago. So don't let them fool me. This whole wire, this leak, all in this country, the UNC is at fault. My name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. Trinidad and Tobago, subscribe. I get so you know when we go live. In the future, this we would have tried many tests. There are certain times that we will run continuous stream on this platform. And with that, we all don't forget to subscribe and like the video, share it. You are part of this network. Thanks for watching.